What's up, Soul Fam? Man, I've been trying to do this video for a while. It just hasn't been feeling right. I'll make a video, and then I won't post it. And if I don't post a video right away, it's not getting sent. So, I just wanted to recap. I'm back in Washington State. Does it look familiar? Sure it does. But, just temporarily. I lost my wallet out in Oregon. Had to go back to Phoenix, get my passport, all my goods. Finally opened. And then the person that I was journeying with, we kind of just, went our separate ways on our journey. So we could finish up what we need to finish up. Or continue on. You're never finished, right? Never finished. I wanted to talk about energy lately, right? And our emotions and our feelings. And they'd like to say that we're in control of them, but I don't think we are. I don't think we are. I honestly feel, and you guys can give me your opinion, that spirit or our higher self has like this dial, and he could dial it in to high vibration for a week, and then he could dial it back down, right? And that's what it feels like, because sometimes I'll have no reason to just kind of like feel like not myself, but I do. And I'm like, why do I feel like this? What am I perceiving that allows me to feel like this? And it's just weird. It's really weird to me. So that just gives you another reason to be patient with yourself and to not take shit so serious, because you're not in control as much as you think you are. And why do you think a constant thing that is told in the healing community and the spiritual community is be patient with yourself? And the reason why you're told that is because you're not in control as much as you think you are. And sometimes we're unconscious but we like to think that we're conscious, but really we're just playing out these unconscious programs, and they haven't came to the surface yet, and that's why you'll get a part in your journey and you think you're way ahead, and all of a sudden this thing will come up and you'll be like, wow, I didn't even notice this was there. Why the fuck is this here? And it just shows up, and that's why they say this journey never ends. It's constant. No one is healed. No one is healed. Everybody is healing. And I just need to practice more patience with myself. Not that I get down on myself, like, do I get down on myself? I don't think so. And if I do have the inner critic going on in my mind, I know he's just going to play in the background regardless. And the more I resist it, and the more that I try to resist it, the more it persists. So you just got to let it go and be like, wow, you're pretty active today, inner critic. What's your deal? And have you ever noticed? That goes with the energy. Sometimes your inner critic is more active on some days or some weeks or some parts of the month than others. And you'd have to say, like, what's the difference? What has changed? Where you're shutting the fuck up in here and everything is hunky-dory out here. And that goes to show we're not in control. We're not in control. We're not. And like, once we could accept that, it'll take a lot of the guilt and the shame that we hold on to for our actions. I'm not saying that you should just, if you feel some type of way, go punch someone in the face and be like, hey, it wasn't my fault. It's an unconscious program. Blame it on blame it on spirit, It flowed through me. None of that shit. But, if someone says something to you and you react without thinking about it, that's unconscious program. And just be mindful of it, because that's your change. That is your free will, and that is your power, is your awareness, to be aware of the bullshit that you bring in your life as far as your unconscious programs. I don't even think I said that right. But your power is awareness and the power to respond. And that's pretty much what we're working. We're not removing any of these unconscious programs physically, but the awareness of being aware that they're there and say, oh, you're there? Okay. I'm going to keep my eye on you. And then eventually it becomes powerless and it disappears. So let everybody know that that the only thing that they could do is become aware of it. You know, you could become aware of it and read 30 self-help books in that area. You could do 20 meditations and you could say affirmations all day. But the real key to removing that is just awareness, just to be aware of it. Like, oh yeah, okay, I'm glad and be thankful. Be thankful. Like gratitude pretty much conquers everything, right? Gratitude and love, which is one of the same vibrations, just different parts of the spectrum. Yeah, so no more getting down on yourself. Just be aware of yourself. You know, and be thankful. Everything that shows up in your life, whether you like it there or you don't, say, you know, I don't really care that you're in my life experience right now, but you're here for a reason. You're here to tell me something. And I'm thankful. Not sure what you're trying to tell me yet, but I'll keep my eye out. I'll keep my awareness open. And we'll find out. And that's all you got to do. And it sounds easy, but in the fucking experience, it never is. You feel like it's endless, that it keeps going. And you wonder if it's ever going to end. But what if you just told yourself that, no, it's not. And that's okay. But the more I become aware that it's there, and the more that I just let it play in the background and don't let it trigger me, the more powerful I get. And that's what happens. It's the fucking awareness. And I said that. And I said that. So, patience is key. You're not in control as much as you think. If you really wanted to do something, do it up here. Not out here. Something ain't right in here, fix it in here and watch it change out here. And a lot of us are foreign to that. When we think something's wrong in an external environment, we fucking get right to action and we try fixing it, you know? But it can't be fixed out here. At least, you know, nothing that triggers you. If it triggers you, it goes within. Everything's a mirror. Everything's a mirror. And if you feel some type of way about it, whether in a good way or a bad way, it's showing you something. 9 times out of 10, if you feel some type of way, like in a good way, like you see somebody react a certain way and like, oh man, that was dope. That was showing you a part of yourself that you're not aware of, that you're not realizing that you have. And it's showing you, hey, you know. And then if you see something that somebody does and you're like, wow, they could have handled that better, and it made you feel low, that's the same thing. It's showing you, hey, well, you got that too. You need to become aware of that so you could, you know, X that shit out of your life. You know, and if you're judging something, a lot of people don't really acknowledge this, but judgment is pretty much just pointing the finger at yourself like, wow, I see something in you that I don't like in me, so I'm gonna judge you for it because I'm not conscious enough to realize that you're just showing me an aspect of myself. But once we realize that everybody is showing us something about ourselves, there ain't no one that you don't want to talk to. There ain't no one that... Everybody has something to teach you. So therefore, everybody's there to serve you. And if we could just step into that power of allowing these individuals to serve us and not judge them, because they're not there to be judged. You know, if we truly embodied the reason why we're here on this planet, then we would know. We would know that everybody's life experience is different. Everybody's soul evolution is at a different level. Everybody who came to this planet and that's on this planet right now has a different soul lesson to learn, or lessons. And who are we to judge? You know, we might not understand that, but the fact of the matter is we don't have to understand it. We just have to accept it and say, oh, that has nothing to do with me. Why am I going to sit there and think about it? And if you spend your time dwelling about other people's nonsense, like, God, he's fucking terrible, you know, like, he needs to get his shit together, and this, and that. Why do you feel the need to distract yourself with other people's shit? That's another unconscious program, you know? You're taking away from yourself, focusing on somebody else's shortcomings. When in all actuality, the whole experience is just showing you yours. But it's camouflaged as that's their shit. But it's really yours, you know? Like, that's it. Oh, that's mine. Damn. Let me see where this fucking is hiding. And then be like, oh, okay, that's where it's at. You know? We all have these guides, these angels, these ascended masters, Holy Spirit. We all have this as our guides through life. And none of us utilize it until our back's against the corner. And they're going to assist us, obviously, because they love us and that's what they want to do. But they want us to invite them in more often, you know? Like, I need to practice this more as well, you know? But I'm constantly in communication. But I don't always state, like, oh, Archangel Gabriel, please come assist me. I need to communicate this message to somebody. And I know you are the messenger of God. So your art is communication. So please assist me with communicating this message effectively, balanced, harmonious, however you want to word it. As long as it comes out authentic. That's what they want. And invite your guides in every morning. Every morning that you make up, make it a ritual. Make it a ritual. Like, oh, thank you, God, for another day. I'm so blessed. So blessed. I'm not sure. Anything's possible today. And I would really love the assistance of my spirit guides, my angels, archangels, ascended masters, Jesus Christ, Buddha, Lao Tzu, Kuan Yin, whoever you want to call in, whoever you resonate with, and say, I welcome you in to my life experience, and I will be grateful for any assistance that you give me along the way. And then just say, please send me, you know, signs that I will understand, that will direct me on the direction that I need to go. And that's all you have to do. And then the rest is just a mental game. The universe is all mental, right? It's all mental. And thoughts are seeds. And depending on what thought you have, a thought's just a thought, but you turn it into a seed and you plant it, the more it surfaces up and comes up. So what seeds are you planting in your consciousness? You know? I'll give you an example of one that keeps on coming up with mine, and I just don't get it. I just don't get it. It makes me feel how much not in control I really am. And that is, you know, lack. And I'm not even talking about just finances alone. I'm talking about, you know, all around, you know? Like, we have so many thoughts throughout the day, and they bring these negative low vibes, and we're not exactly sure what program it is, but 9 times out of 10, it's a lack program. So whenever you have a thought and then it brings this low vibration, ask yourself the question, does this come from my belief of lack? And how could I transmute it so that I could turn it into something that will serve me far greater than the program serving me now? You know? That's what I would do. You know, everybody has their own way. These are just ideas, you know? I don't know anything. I really don't. This is just things I learned along the way that resonated with me, and I share them with you. So, you know, you could sit there You know, some people might say, oh, that's bullshit or that's wrong, and that's fine. You know, it might be like that in your perception, but some people might resonate with it. So life's all about how you perceive it. And how are you perceiving your life? Does it look like it's happening for you, or does it seem like it's happening against you? And that's probably victim consciousness and lack consciousness all combined in one. So just know that you're not in control as you like to be, and that's okay. That's spirit saying, let go of that steering wheel. Let go of that steering wheel. We got this. And I'll tell you a little story before I end this video. It's a dream I had. It's a dream I kept having. And it was so weird. Like, I would have these dreams. I was having these dreams even back in Washington before I left on my journey. And like, I would be in a car. And a lot of the times I wasn't driving. Somebody else was driving. And I would be going up like this steep mountain hill. And I would feel this anxiety. And I'd be looking over the edge, kind of fearful. And I would do the dream interpretation, and they say, you know, car is symbolic from how you experience life. Like, are you in control of your life? Are you the one driving, or is there somebody else driving? And that tells you that if somebody else is driving, that you're allowing your decisions or, you know, you allow other people's, you know, projections to dictate your life experience, and you need to step in the driver seat role of your life. And it was kind of weird. Because then, after a while, the dream switched over to where I was driving. Now I was driving the car, so that showed me, okay, I'm becoming more in control of my life experience. And I would get these cars, and whenever I tried to physically drive them, you know, put them in drive, put them in park, hit the brake, they would go out of control. They would go crazy out of control. Like, I'm going to share this one. This is my last one. I was in Phoenix, Arizona, and which was weird was there's this YouTuber called Spiritual Soul, and he's actually from the Arizona area. I'm not sure where, maybe like Phoenix or something. And I randomly had a dream that I was walking in this neighborhood, and I walked up to this house and I knocked on his door. All of a sudden, dude opens the door, and it's this dude, Spiritual Soul, this YouTuber. And he goes, oh, you won my giveaway. And I'm like, oh, I did? He's like, yeah, you won a car. And he throws me the keys to a car, and it's this gray car. And the color of the car actually holds information as well, you know. Like, do you see life in black and white, or do you see it as it being gray? You know? So he handed me the keys to the car, and it was a stick shift, which my last car was a stick shift. And I'm driving, and every time I go to drive the car, like, I remember I'm going down a hill, and every time I try to drive the car and I grab the wheel and I hit the brake, the car would all over the place. And I'm like, what is going on? You know, like, he gave me a faulty car. This car don't even work. But the moment that I just took my hands off the wheel and off the gas and whatnot, the car would drive itself perfectly. And every time, you know, let's just say I was going down the hill and I let the car drive itself, and I panicked and got fearful because I thought I was going to crash into something, I would grab the wheel and it would go out of control. And I remember the car was going out of control, and I had jumped out the car and I grabbed hold of the car and I was trying to stop it before it ran into this house. And believe it or not, I stopped the car before it went into the house. And then I got back into the car, and then the car drove off, and it's driving itself again. But whenever I got into control, it would go crazy again. So what's that tell me? That tells me that Spirit's driving this car. And every time that I'm fearful and I try to control my life experience in the external and not in the internal, things go chaotic, things go haywire, and I'm all over the place. And I just need to surrender to this experience, know that there's unseen things going on that are assisting me while I'm down here. And more times than not, I'm just going to get in the way if I try to control things. So just let go. pay attention to the signs, because everything's a sign. Everything. You know, people give you direction. Like, you know, for example, I was out in Arizona, and I didn't plan on filing my taxes or anything, you know, because I didn't work that year, and I was on unemployment the year before. But someone told me, you know, you should just go ahead and do it because of the stimulus or whatnot. And then I get online and I go to do my taxes, and sure enough, I'm supposed to file because I was paying into unemployment, you know. I was paying taxes for my unemployment. So I was eligible to file. And then I filed and ended up getting, you know, a lump sum of money, which was a blessing, which I would have never received if I wasn't in the right place at the right time, hearing the right information. So that's why it's so important to unplug. Don't walk around with your headphones in all the time. Like if you're, you know, in your room reading and doing whatnot, yeah, do that. But if you're walking around, you should keep them things out, at least one of them. Like I had this thing where all my headphones kept on breaking and I kept on losing them because I would be always plugged in, and Spirit told me, like, dude, we're trying to give you information, but you're totally blocking it out with these bitch ass headphones. Take them out. And I finally got the message. So everything's a sign. You know, I get here, I randomly run into the friends that I was staying with before I left here, you know, Tyler and Crystal. And it was just random. Like I was walking down the street in my sister's neighborhood, and they were driving on the street, and they're like, Michael John, we were just talking about you. We were wondering, you know, where you've been. That's so weird, you know? And they ended up moving into the neighborhood, you know, so they're down the street. And then Crystal, she starts texting me and, you know, saying, you know, if you need any help, we got you, yada, yada, all love. And I'm like, awesome, thank you. And then she's like, did you apply for unemployment? I said, I didn't work. I haven't worked in like 2 years. I said, I'm not eligible. She's like, you might want to go ahead and try it anyways, because, you know, with the whole thing going on right now, that whole fear monger and shit, they're like, they're approving people for, you know, they're going out their way to approve people for unemployment, even for people that didn't work because of what's going on. So I went off and did it, and it was like I got denied first, and then the second thing, I think I got accepted. I'm not sure, but they got me doing my weekly claim. So I'm assuming that something went through, because before then I wasn't able to do that. So that's what I'm saying. Pay attention to the signs. Spirit's going to guide you to where you need to go, as long as you're plugged, you know, you're plugged into your environment and you're paying attention to the signs, and you will always be where you need to be, you know? And I'm going to end this video because it's getting long, 23 minutes, damn. Let me give you a quick definition of what alignment is. You know, people think that when you're in alignment, and I'll make another video about this, but maybe I could sum it up in this quick little. So most people think, you know, that watch this law of attraction shit, you know, Abraham Hicks and Aaron Daughtry and all these other individuals that, you know, make their income off of the law of attraction. They're missing you. They're not telling you an important key, you know, and they're saying, oh, you're in alignment, you know, and everybody thinks alignment feels good all the time. Like, oh, when you're in alignment, all things are good, everything is good, and things just come to you and you manifest like that. But that's not what alignment is. Alignment is actually a state of mind. You know, like, for example, you're driving on the street, bam, flat tire. If you're out of alignment, you'd be like, what the fuck, man? I had a interview to go to. This is getting in the way, and I'm fucking need to hurry up and get this tire fixed, and this is wrong, and this shouldn't be, and why'd this happen? That's out of alignment. But in alignment would be the same flat tire and the same circumstances, and you get out the car and be like, oh, damn, I got a flat tire. Oh, this happened for a reason, you know? The universe wanted to slow me down for a brief second. I don't know why. I don't need to know why. But I know that it was supposed to be. So I'm just going to accept it, be grateful for it, thank you, and then be aware of what it was trying to tell me, why it was slowing me down. And you might not know till 6 months later, or you might know an hour later. But the chances are, you just have to accept it. And that's what true alignment is. We're on this planet, and this planet is all duality, right? So Why would we go to a planet, a school, to learn about ourselves when everything good happens? You know what I mean? Nothing bad happens. There's nothing challenging. There's nothing that, you know, pushes you forward, because everything is just good. Everything just happens for you. And this never happens. It doesn't matter how in alignment you are, how successful you are. There's always going to be challenges along the way. Does that mean that you're out of alignment because something bad happens? Your house burns down, you know, or you get fired, or, you know, whatever. That doesn't mean that. So remove that belief. True alignment is a state of mind and your perception of why this is unfolding. Is it happening for you, or is it happening against you? And that's what true alignment is. Either way, I just want to make a quick video. I'm going to start posting more. But like I said, I haven't just been inspired. Like, the energy hasn't been inspiring for me. It's just like introspection. You know, a lot of programs coming up. Leave a comment and let me know if you guys are experiencing the same thing. Like, just, you know, it's like a forward moving energy. Like, you feel like it's not a stagnant, I'm not doing shit. But it's like the energy that kind of like is uncomfortable, so it pushes you forward. If you guys are experiencing that, leave a comment. I don't know how many people actually got it to the end of this video, but that will be done. Everybody have a blessed day. High vibes only.